Well, moving on now, and it's safe to say that we are increasingly losing our ability to focus. In fact, the average human attention span is just 8.25 seconds.
So in the age of distraction, when we constantly seek out new stimulation, how can we best stay motivated and on task?
Well, for more, we are joined by Neuro Scientist and author TJ Power, live from London. Good morning to you. Let's get straight into it. Why are we struggling to stay motivated?
Yeah, hey guys, phones are something we now love, and they're draining a key brain chemical in our mind called dopamine, which controls our motivation. And the constant phone checks and doom scrolls in every moment of boredom are effectively draining our motivation battery.
So let's talk about that, Borden. Explain the science to us and why it could hold the key to sharper focus.
Yeah, I almost like to reword the word boredom to low stim, meaning less stimulating moments, because I know boredom is a word we almost hate these days. And boredom just offers our brain an opportunity to rest. And in rest, in still moments, our attention span gets an opportunity to recover. Constantly making our attention look at lots of different things is effectively breaking the muscle of attention down.
TJ, for our kids and grandkids who are born into technology, it seems boredom's a bit of a foreign concept for them. How do you deal with that?
Yeah, it's tricky. And it's not that you then have to get your kids, like I also myself grew up with an iPhone like my whole childhood. It's not that they have to do nothing and sit and learn to meditate. But if we can just have moments that are a little bit slower, where a kid might sit in the garden building something, or write a story, or listen to the nature, or make some music, as you just move to slightly less stimulating moments, their attention can recover.
And the other thing is, when they don't have stimulation, when you're not guiding them in stuff, that's where the real creativity happens. Seems to open up another area of their brain. Well, all of us. You've got this challenge that you and your wife did, and it's called Meal, Bedroom, Bathroom. Just talk us through that.
Yeah, so in our never-ending pursuit of trying to break our phone addiction, we created this idea, meals, bedroom, bathroom, where you try for 7 days, or for example, you guys could do it this weekend, to not look at screens when you're eating meals, when you're in your bedroom, and when you're using the bathroom. And it sounds easy enough, but it's become so tempting now to eat your food and have your phone in your hand, or take your phone, of course, into bed with you, or even take our phones into the bathroom. And if you just test yourself on this, you'll discover you can do it. It's okay sitting in those slightly more boring moments. And in that boredom, magical ideas come to our mind that are so beneficial to us creating the lives we want.
I mean, I am so guilty of all of this. I think we all are. You talk about dopamine being drained. Is there a way of replenishing that? Like, can we turn it round?
100%. The biggest thing to understand is this key phrase. The phrase is that laziness occurs, as in not doing the things we need to do, when we focus too much on the effort of a task and not enough on the outcome. So say, for example, you think about tidying your house today. If you think about all the effort of tidying your house, obviously it's like, oh, I can't be bothered to do that. But if you think about the outcome of your clean home, you'll make the right decision. Learning to think about the outcome of your actions from the moment you wake is how you generate more dopamine and get more motivated.
How do you encourage people to just get started then? Say people have got to do their tax or something that they would almost prefer to thrust their fist into a vat of hot lava than do some task. How would you... Is that a bit specific?
Yeah. Very dramatic.
No, that's a good example.
That's how I view tax. But so how do you get started?
The most important thing is when we wake up in the morning, our brain has regenerated a ton of this dopamine, this motivation chemical. And typically we wake up and it's like, oh, nice, I'm awake now. Let me go on my WhatsApp and email and Instagram. Yeah. And then we use up this resource. And if, for example, you do have a really annoying task that you've got to get done, if when you wake up tomorrow morning, you just wake up, brush your teeth, splash some cold water on your face, and then just try and attack it as soon as you possibly can, with that abundance of dopamine in your brain's going to work faster and more efficiently. Then once it's done, you can enjoy your Sunday, you can go and chill out and do whatever. But taking action when you wake is so important.
It sounds like such an easy thing to do, but phones are so addictive. I mean, you speak from this position, TJ. Do you ever sort of struggle with it?
Oh, yeah. The only reason I've built my whole research lab and talk about this is because for like a decade, I've struggled, maybe 2 decades, with my addiction to my phone. And I think phones are amazing. They also add loads of utility to our life. They're a great invention. But I just am trying to create a life where I also let myself experience more stillness. So when I eat or when I chill, watch TV, I put my phone in another room. When I work, I put it in another room, just so I can try and find some kind of balance so that I don't spend my life doom scrolling it away.
Yeah, such great advice. TJ Power, great to talk to you.
Fascinating chat.
Thank you.